It's the Odd Drunk Podcast, a very strange podcast. The drunkest show in the world. It's Jackson and Colton talking out of their ass. We don't care as long as drinks are poured. Sometimes we have our friends here. We will talk about anything. We don't care as long as we have beer. And if you let that whiskey ring. The Odd Drunk Podcast.
And 3, 2, 1.
It's the Odd Drunk Podcast.
Nice. This is Colton's brother, Dalton.
Dalton.
Yeah.
I knew a guy when I was in high school named Holton.
Wait, where did your brother go? You're not going to commit?
He ran. I'm not going to commit to that bit.
He just ran in.
I knew a guy in high school named Holton.
Your screen.
And
your screen shield is down, Colton.
What? Oh, it is.
Or whatever you call it, the wind screen. But anyways, yeah, it's
there. Does that sound?
Yeah, that's nice and crisp. But anyways, it's the Odd Drunk Podcast. We are back and we are in person. Well, at least with each other. We're not in person with you. That would be really weird.
Yeah.
And
look behind you.
Physically impossible because there's at least, some people listening to this, and we can't be in every one of your rooms. Or can we?
We can't.
Not physically, but our voice.
Emotionally.
Our voice. Our audio. This podcast.
Emotionally,
yes.
that we are.
Emotionally, we are.
And mentally, we are there with you.
Yeah. Well, mentally, I'm not really here. I just got done doing some homework. But anyways, yeah, we are back. And today we're going to talk about some fast food, maybe some weird fast food items, stuff like that, and just experiences. And we're going to be doing a fast food tier list as well to, add a little bit more to this. And I did think about getting food for the podcast, but then no one wants to hear that.
Just chomping, just lip smacking.
You know the mukbang videos?
Yeah.
Where someone will order 10 times as much as a big order, what you would think is big order.
Our friend Dave Avator told me he was thinking of making some of those videos.
Oh, God.
And I was like, I don't get why people like those. And he's like, I don't get it either. But views are views.
Right. Well, there's this YouTuber, he has a shit ton of views, he's rich and everything, but he's killing himself, fucking killing himself.
Damn.
He used to be just not that I'm saying skinny's better or whatever, but he's literally unhealthy, morbidly obese. There's no way that's healthy, right? And he used to be just, a normal, quote unquote, normal person, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he was ever normal mentally, but he started doing mukbang. It got a lot of views, and he's done it so much, and he just doesn't even look the same.
Wow.
And he'll order the fucking whole stock out of a McDonald's,
jeez,
and just eat it on camera and die as he's eating it.
I just don't get why people like watching people eat.
It's
even
really weird.
Even when I'm having dinner with people, I don't look at their mouth.
That's so weird.
It's weird. It's gross. Eating is gross.
Yeah. It really kind of is.
I like eating. Food is good, but watching other people eat.
I'm fine with watching people eat if it's a food critic show, if it's Master Chef or something.
Yeah, but you're not actually watching the person eat. That's not
really
the part you care about.
Well, that's not the point of it, but it's at least, they usually use manners on them shows, but on those mukbangs, they just fucking go at it and everything. And it just makes me think about I've been eating more fast food lately. I don't need to or want to, but I don't like cooking as much in the summer because that just gets your house hotter.
Whole apartment hot.
Yeah, so especially don't use the oven.
Yeah.
But and my girlfriend's been gone for almost a week, so and I've got the house looking really good, and I just don't want to cook and make a mess. So I got a free Domino's pizza last night. It was pretty good. Still feel bad about it. But recently,
I went to Taco Bell today.
Let me tell you about my Taco Bell experience recently. I got the Deluxe Cravings box, but for some reason the options were you had to choose these new variants of their food. So they have the toasted cheddar chalupa.
This is multiverse stuff.
Which is
other
it's multiverse of, but they had toasted cheddar chalupa, which is what I ended up going for, and then also like these chicken tacos. And let me tell you, do not bother with the toasted cheddar chalupa. Toasted cheddar more like burnt. It tastes like burnt cheese. Like it's horrible. And this is all considering the fact that I got fairly shit-faced when I got home, cross-faded, right? So, you'll eat anything. And even while I was eating it, I was like, this is awful. And every time you eat like something like, especially Taco Bell, they're a big culprit. You just feel like shit. But most of these you do.
I Taco Bell, I just get like just regular tacos and like the bean burritos.
Yeah. But even after that stuff,
that's it.
Yeah.
Although I'm guilty of a couple fast food places where I'm like as I'm eating it, I'm like, this is disgusting. I love it.
Oh, sorry, but before we keep going on, we got to mention what we're drinking today. I've got passion fruit Yum Yum from Denver Beer Co. We've had Princess Yum Yum, and same can design, but I assume it tastes like passion fruit, and it's a Kolsch technically. And then we also got something really special.
Blackberry Ballad from Duclaw Brewing.
Yeah, honestly, this one would be good for like an 80s based episode.
It's a blackberry lemonade hopped sour. It's pretty good. I'm digging it.
I can't wait to try it. But honestly, when we were picking out beers, my thought process, I wanted to get something flashy, colorful, because a lot of fast food places are flashy and colorful, and also just a good summer beer.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're drinking. No liquor.
Too bad I couldn't get my hands on like the wine that they serve at like McDonald's and like other countries and stuff.
Oh yeah, like the McDonald's in Italy.
Yeah.
A mixed spaghetti. That sounds awful.
I mean, they have mostly pretty similar stuff.
Back in the 80s.
I went to a McDonald's in both Italy and in Spain, and it's mostly similar stuff, but there's like a few things, and specifically like what struck me is like you can go in like some McDonald's and order like a glass of wine.
Oh, wow. That's that's great.
I don't know if all McDonald's over there do that, or it's just like the one I went into, but...
Back in the 80s, I think starting in 89, and it ran until 96, that McDonald's had offered a McPizza as part of their menu. And
I want to try it.
I would love to. There's
so
only
bad.
one McDonald's that still serves that, and it's in Orlando.
Of course.
So, you have to brave.
You have to go to Florida.
Yeah, you may encounter a Florida man in his natural environment.
Pizza though.
But yeah, and they would basically they did have pepperonis. They did go that step. But they mostly put like burger toppings on it, like whole tomatoes and like lettuce and like just weird shit. And just whatever they had. But apparently the only reason it went out of service or production, I guess, is it took too long to make. It didn't fit their fast food standards.
Yeah.
The McDonald's gets it out fast.
That makes sense.
But it also sounds horrible, but I also do want to try it.
Yeah. No, I don't want to try it because I think it sounds good.
And apparently in some...
It's just like forbidden fast food.
At McDonald's locations in Maine, like the New England area, Maine, Connecticut, Rhode Island, places like that. They actually
the part of the country where everyone just like works at lighthouses and stuff.
Yeah, and scream at each other.
Everyone just talks like pirates. And is that true? If anyone from Maine is listening, you guys all just like work on lighthouses.
Well, no, I don't imagine the pirate. I don't imagine the pirate accent. I imagine
you're all just fishermen.
Either that or the like what is it called? The New England radio like voice.
The transatlantic.
Transatlantic voice.
Yeah.
I imagine that, but not. That's only with like radio hosts and podcasters, right? But I also imagine, I'm not gonna try to do any accent.
I just imagine that if you go to Maine, every town it's pretty much just like an H.P. Lovecraft like movie.
Right.
That's just exactly what it's like.
Well, and at their McDonald's, they serve lobster rolls.
Of course they do.
But at first I was like,
and you go in the McDonald's employee be like, "You're fond of me lobster." Like,
yeah. There's a callback to our Lighthouse episode.
Go listen to it.
Yeah.
Back when we gave more of a crap about using like sound effects and stuff in the background.
Well, because that helped cover up, the shitty mic quality too.
I promise our last was the last horror episode we did?
Freddy versus Jason one?
No, we did an episode a few weeks ago.
I was thinking of horror movies. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know. We probably talked about creepypastas, or I don't know.
Something like that. I intended
SCPs?
I intended to put in spooky sound effects, but I didn't. It was taking too long.
I noticed. But anyways, they have lobster rolls in those locations. And first I was like, ew, lobster at McDonald's. But then again, they have such a surplus of lobster around the area. I bet it's actually good, real lobster.
Maybe.
I bet if they served it, across states or across the world, it would be a lot of, what's it called? The faux lobster.
Imitation crab meat.
Yeah,
and stuff.
imitation crab meat. Yeah. I hate that stuff, but I also
I
will eat it. I will eat it.
Yeah.
It's a love-hate relationship.
I like crab. I like crabs a lot, and I will eat imitation crab meat.
Well, I think I'm a little higher standard because
it's
I'm one of
gross.
those people that like crab and lobster a lot when it's done right, when it's cooked right. Like I love boiling lobster tails, all that stuff, and I think I got it down. But my thing is like with the imitation meat, I immediately. Even if you don't tell me, I immediately know, and I'm like, this is heresy, but I will continue.
Yeah.
In fact, that's kind of the story of my life of a lot of fast food places. Like, oh, this is a crime against humanity.
I generally
I like
it in my
crab
meat, even if it's not good quality. Like, I used to go to Joe's Crab Shack.
Same. That was a fun joint.
Yeah, you get the bucket of crab legs.
Yeah, good times. But what is the weirdest thing you've had at a fast food place?
Now, I'm kind of on the lame,
like the gimmicky items.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the lame end. I don't typically try the gimmicky items.
You've had to at least.
But
once.
Special place in my heart goes to the tacos at Jack in the Box.
Oh, that's totally a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily weird, but it's so poorly done.
Yeah.
But they're so cheap.
That is the prime example of the you take a bite and I'm like, this is disgusting, and then you take another bite.
Well, because you can get them like $1?
Like a couple dollars at most, and they are greasy and just awful. And
they're like a taco I would throw together in a hurry. But maybe not as good.
You could do a better job.
Because I would at least bother to put, some pico de gallo on top, sour cream.
It would resemble a taco. These
it wouldn't just be like meat and cheese.
Yeah, these barely resemble tacos. But I ate them, and this is coming from like there was a Jack in the Box near my house, and across the parking lot from there was an actual taco place that made good tacos, and it wasn't expensive.
Corn tortillas.
Yeah, no, it was run by a Mexican family. It was like an actual taco place, and I still sometimes went to check
because it's cheap and convenient.
It was cheap. It was drive-through.
Yeah, and that's how they get you.
Yeah, I don't often try the novelty items at fast food places, but that's one that's the special.
My
spot
mom,
in my heart.
she taught me how, and maybe I'll make some for us. Like if we barbecue or whatever. It's not really barbecue food, but it would be good. But my mom taught me how to make these pork roasted tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Like you slow cook the pork and everything, and you pour a whole can of beer into it. while it's
Yum.
you know, in the process of cooking. And what I found out, well, and it was also like the last couple beers I had to include into it, because I could have gone with Coors Banquet,
Yeah.
which would do the job. You know, it'd give it that little bit of aftertaste flavor.
Yeah.
But I had Modus Mandarina, and I poured, and I sacrificed it. I was like, you know what? This might be wasting it.
Did you cut your hand open and like bleed into like a sacrificial altar?
Well, I did that earlier in the day.
Oh,
I just got it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like,
Because I knew maybe.
you're like, just in case.
Just in case. You know, like Aztec society. You know, let's just do a sacrifice.
Just cover my basics here.
Like, let's do a sacrifice. Let's throw them down the pit just to, you know, just cover. Not because we've had good rain this season. But, you know, just in case, let's get a couple sacrifices out of the way. Just in case the gods, like,
just in case.
stop the rain. Because, you know, we stopped doing keep doing sacrifices for more rain. But I wasn't doing it for rain.
That was sacrifices, and, like, Mesoamerican Aztec society was kind of like that.
It was.
They didn't sacrifice real, like, actual living people as often as Hollywood or would make you think.
There was a lot of goats and shit, and like.
Well, they didn't just. I mean, they would sacrifice animals. Well, like it was the Aztecs did human sacrifices. Most societies.
Yeah, I was speaking of the Aztecs,
and even the Aztecs probably didn't do it as often as most people think. But my professor told me about it because the idea behind human sacrifices is they weren't seen as a human sacrifice; they were seen as a blood sacrifice.
Yeah,
it was a blood ritual, and the blood pumps your heart. So that's the most powerful thing to take blood from in a ritual.
Temple of Doom you? Like rip your heart out?
I don't know if that's how they did it. I don't know the details. But the idea would be that it was actually just a blood ritual. And if the person died as a result, that was acceptable.
So be it.
But the way my professor describes it, he goes, you know the sun, how like every day it comes up and then it goes down. And then it comes up again the next morning.
Yeah.
See, the Aztec were very concerned about that. and that was part of the reason why they would do blood rituals, not just sacrifice, but other types of blood rituals. That was one of many reasons was to keep the sun going.
Oh wow.
It was
yeah, the sun god.
Not to bring back stuff. It was
sun
keep
god's
it
name
from
was
stopping.
But anyways, back to fast food topics. Yeah, I made these tacos. They were awesome. I poured the Modus Mandarina, just a citrus. If you get a citrus IPA, that will do it wonders. Like once it was done,
it's common to marinate taco meat in like orange juice and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this, was kind of the idea. But man, it was so good. You get some jalapeno cream sauce on top. You put your pico de gallo on top and everything. And I prefer it with corn tortillas. The only thing I do like flour tortillas. They have their place, right?
Yeah, I use them.
That's what you go for because they're structurally a lot more. They hold the taco together better.
They're
than
not
corn
as brittle.
Corn tortillas, when they get wet from sauce, fall apart. Or
you have to warm up corn tortillas before you use them.
But even then, like it's still
But I do like them. I generally prefer corn tortillas, but flour tortillas have their place. They're still good. Like you can't have a burrito in a corn tortilla, for example.
No, you can't. No. I've never heard of such a thing.
I worked at a Mexican restaurant, and I would get people who would come in and ask for the burrito with corn
Honestly,
tortillas.
I would like to try that. But you would have to make a really big one.
If it was possible. I don't think it is.
It would fall apart.
Possible.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You would have to reinforce it.
Like at that point, get some tacos.
This sounds like a Taco Bell invention, but glue, use like cheese glue,
Of course.
Whatever, like melted cheese.
what are the cheese glue?
Glue the corn tortilla on top of a flour tortilla. So it's structurally capable of holding.
You're still getting some of that corn tortilla flavor. Yeah.
And a shit ton of carbs. And I'm surprised Taco Bell hasn't done something like that. But corn tortillas probably.
They probably good because you're right. They got some type of cheese glue there.
Oh, no. Yeah, because they do the double decker or whatever it's called where it's a taco that's it's hard shell. Mm-hmm. And then they glue the soft shell on the outside. And I've had those before. And honestly, I liked them as a kid. Now I'm like, this is awful. Just choose between being crunchy or soft.
One or the other. Yeah.
Like, it confuses my brain to bite into something soft and then get the crunch. Like, nah, I'm out of there.
I do have a beef to pick with one of the items on the Taco Bell menu.
Well, there's an item that I was when I was a kid, I loved it, and now I still like it, but I don't get it nearly as much. The Doritos taco shells.
Oh, the Doritos Locos.
The nacho cheese one used to be my favorite. Now it's my least favorite because it's just too overpowering. The Cool Ranch one, however,
yeah,
I think it goes well.
I think they're decent, but nowadays I just get the
I don't get it as often,
regular ass hard shell tacos.
I have to be in a really kind of stoner. I have to be in a stoner kind of mind
I have
state.
a beef to pick with specifically. So,
in fact, I kind of have to be in a stoner mind state now to even get Taco Bell.
Yeah. Well, I get just like their tacos and then they're like bean burritos. It's like just bean and cheese.
Yeah.
Because it's basic and simple and cheap.
Do you get the one they have the burrito that has like the rice in it and
Yeah,
shit?
see, I have a beef to pick with that burrito.
Yeah, tell me about
with
it.
that specific burrito.
Oh, okay.
So I like the bean and cheese burritos. It's exactly what you expect. It's bean and
Yeah.
cheese. Now the cheesy rice and bean burrito, or cheesy bean and rice, or whatever they call it. They, instead of using the regular cheese that they use in the bean burritos.
Oh, so your problem is with the cheese.
It's with the cheese.
component.
They use like that weird nacho cheese stuff in those burritos. And it's weird and it throws me off and I don't like it and I don't see why they can't just use the regular cheese in it.
I swear you can
Because
go,
I like
well, because
beans.
it's
I
cheaper.
like the combination of beans, rice, and cheese in a burrito. It's a good
and
like
when the,
comfort
the
food
cheese
type of
stretching. But when it's just nacho, it's just a this weird process.
It's this weird process. You get it always clumps in one
Although
spot.
I will say,
and I'm just,
that nacho cheese has its place. Okay,
it
has its place,
but not in a bean and cheese burrito. Not in a burrito.
Maybe to dip it, but you don't want that in the middle of it.
No, yeah,
You know what I mean?
and I just don't. Because bean and cheese and rice in a burrito is like a comfort food, like it's good. And I just don't understand why they have to use that shitty nacho cheese. It's probably the same cheese they use to glue stuff together there.
Maybe, yeah, probably.
I just don't see.
Remember when Subway was caught? Not that thing. Not with what's
Jared?
Jared. No, let's not go down that line. But no, they were caught with a way less horrendous thing, but still scary. They somehow information came out that Subway was putting like rubber molecules into their bread. Or something.
They had to
so it would be more.
They had to do this whole PR thing to like convince people that their bread is actually bread,
and it's not rubber.
I saw John Oliver on his show did a segment on Subway recently.
Oh yeah,
and he talked about that a bit. He talked about it was mostly a segment on like how shitty it is that the way that Subway goes about like setting up their franchises. And like how easy it is to like if as a franchise owner to like get in over your head.
Oh yeah.
Like one example is that it's not you're not legally required to do this as a company, but most companies do this where if you buy if you want to open a franchise, they provide you with the details of the like the sales numbers and how successful franchises in that area are.
And they provide you with all the
Subway does not do that, and they specifically claim that they've specifically said they will not do that. They do not provide that information to franchisees, which is super shady. But anyway, he did have a moment looking back on Jared where it was like this clip of because they used to do the PR campaigns where he'd go around to schools. Because he lost a bunch of weight,
and that's back when it was a $5 foot long.
Yeah,
that's
and he would do talks to like about losing weight and eating healthy. And there was a clip of him like in a classroom from a bunch of like elementary school children.
Oh no!
And he's like if you eat healthy, you won't have to fit into these pants, into my pants.
Oh my god!
And it's like, man, that has aged so poorly.
Oh man. I don't want to get into it, but yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck him. But so let's start with this tier list here.
Yeah,
just to keep the
we can go on side tangents as we go through them.
Also, I do have a weird one. Doritos Crunchy Crust Pizza.
What?
You can get it in Australia. Pizza Hut Australia offers the Doritos Crunchy Crust Pizza.
I want to try it.
It has Doritos like glued onto the crust.
That sounds disgusting, and I want to try it.
There's a trend with fast food where they glue a lot of things on it.
Glued together. You know, it's companies like this are the reasons why if you go to another country, and you know how like we everywhere does this, where they have like something on the menu that's like, you know, if we're talking the United States, you'll see something. It's the California burger.
And they put avocados.
It always has avocados.
One time, I swear to God, one time I had a California burger that didn't have avocados on it. It was just a classic American burger.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why did they?
I don't know.
I don't. But you know, point is like we associate these things. Apparently, I've heard that in some countries, like in Europe, for example, like in Sweden and stuff, if you go into sometimes that Americans have gone over there and encountered like. In like pizza restaurants, they'll have an American pizza, and it's just a pizza with hot dogs cut up on it.
Oh yeah,
and it's like
because America and hot dogs.
Yeah. For some reason, a lot of countries, and I mean, Americans do love their hot dogs.
That sounds awful. Though.
I love hot dogs. You don't put them on just anything, though.
No,
you eat them as a hot dog.
They're a hot dog.
Yeah, you prepare it as a hot dog,
and then you have the subcategory. Well, probably the better categories of like bratwurst and stuff like that.
Yeah. The only exception is I do cut up hot dogs.
Now, is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, it's a taco.
It's a taco.
Yeah, no,
I think we've discussed this.
A hot dog is not.
But I think I kind of glossed over it.
A sandwich implies 2 pieces of bread. A hot dog does not use 2 pieces of bread. It's one piece of bread that's cut in half or folded. That's cut, but it's not 2 pieces of bread.
I wouldn't consider it a taco either, though.
Well,
because I feel like a taco
if you follow,
has to
you can
be
look this up online.
Tortilla.
Well, no, if you look this up online, there's the rule of cube, which is like what a food is considered, and if it's that shape, it's a taco.
I mean, that makes more sense.
A sandwich would be.
It's like a weird hybrid between taco and sandwich.
Yeah,
because it has the components of a sandwich: the bun. / the bread, the meat, sauce, toppings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's one piece. It's not one piece of bread on top of the other. Unless you're cheap and you make a... But even if you make a hot dog out of a piece of sandwich bread, it's still not a sandwich because there has to be those 2 pieces of bread.
The thing about this, if you're saying that, you know, it's not a taco because it's not a tortilla, you know, traditionally tacos are on corn tortillas. What about flour tortillas? Flour tortillas are distinctly different. It's just they're they're like they practically can't really they're we call them both tortillas, but they're very different. They're just flat. But if you can call a flour,
I think it's the container that is.
If you can call a flour tortilla a tortilla, then you can also call pita bread a tortilla. Then what's a euro? It's a taco. It's a taco.
It's in the taco family.
It's in the taco family. Because if you're allowed to call a flour tortilla a tortilla still, and then a taco made with a flour tortilla is still a taco, then by that logic, because flour tortillas are really not that similar to regular tortillas, because the whole base ingredient is different, by that logic, you could also call pita bread or flatbread also a tortilla, because they're flat, they're the same shape. And if that's the case, then a gyro, which is, you know, or a shawarma or something like that, which you put it into some pita and you fold it, it's a taco.
Speaking of which,
confirmed,
McDonald's
gyros are tacos.
Speaking of which, McDonald's in Cyprus and Greece offer the Greek Mac. It's like gyro, but with burger in it.
That sounds disgusting.
But you know you would.
But I want to
try
try it.
I do want to try it. Honestly, it doesn't look too horrible. I mean, it's just your basic burger toppings, tomato, and like looks like their approximation of the Greek sauce.
Tzatziki?
Yeah. And some pita bread. I would try it. It definitely sounds a lot better than the flying fish roast salmon cream cheese pizza offered at Pizza Hut in Hong Kong.
I want to try that too. None of these sound good.
They all
sound awful.
Look at this.
Paneer brew.
Paneer. Zinger.
Huh.
Offered at KFC in India. The paneer is a fresh cheese common in South Asia, and the paneer zinger consists of a crunchy double-layered paneer patty loaded with spicy creamy sauce on top of lettuce on a sesame bun.
I want to try it.
That honestly doesn't sound too bad. Oh, what? McCurry pan. You can get curry in McDonald's in India.
Wow.
You can get rice. You can get rice porridge at McDonald's in Indonesia and Malaysia.
I want to try it.
In Indonesia, this kind of reminds me of what you were talking about, like putting sausages and hot dogs on everything in other countries.
Yeah.
And Indonesia, which is obsessed with like a lot of American culture and American food, they have the barbecue Frankfurter pizza. And that looks like a heart attack. That looks like cholesterol.
See, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Of like that, they some places would be like, that's an American pizza. And of course, like Americans would look that most reasonable Americans would look at that and be like, that looks fucking weird. A pizza has pepperoni and tomato sauce on it.
Okay, this is probably the donut burger. Where do you think it comes from? It looks like something that would be like at an American state fair.
Yeah. that
But
looks
not
like
a fast food place because they're trying to be a little bit more health-conscious. A little bit.
They're trying to put on the
Illusion of it. Yeah. Like where at least they show the calories now, so you know what you're getting into. I remember when McDonald's...
Is that from Burger King?
It's from a Burger King, obviously.
Is that from a Burger King in France, and is it called the American Burger?
No, it's actually from Burger King Israel.
Oh, is it called the American Burger?
So Burger King Israel decided to celebrate Hanukkah by unleashing by unleashing the Savagani King, a Whopper sandwich between two halves of a donut and topped with ketchup jam. Specifically, since jelly donuts are typically eaten on Hanukkah, I didn't know that. We can kind of see where they were going with this one, but a beef patty bookended by two donut halves is about as unhealthy as it gets. And by the way, this is from Eat This, not that.
I get the donut thing now.
Ooh, this actually sounds awesome.
It still sounds disgusting.
Spinach and Parmesan nuggets.
That's
from McDonald's, Italy.
That could be good.
It's just like
actually.
a fried spinach Parmesan sauce.
That actually could be good. I would try that.
I would
legitimately try that.
And then here's one of the worst offenders, the Black Burger from Burger King Japan. Burger King Japan was at it again when they released the Black Kuro Burger, complete with black cheese made from bamboo charcoal and black sauce, courtesy of black squid ink on a charred black bun. Does not look appetizing.
That's so weird. I want to try it. I want to.
Deep fried salmon. Oh, deep fried salmon? Nothing too wrong about that. That's at KFC Japan.
There's just things where I'm like, that's disgusting. But the novelty of it, the fact that I can't have it here, makes me kind of want to try it.
This actually, I know you're not really into this kind of thing, but I totally am in the right time, the right state of mind, everything. But caramel popcorn frappe from McDonald's Japan. And it's like a caramel frappuccino type thing, but with caramel popcorn on top.
You know, that doesn't sound bad. I'm not into frappuccinos.
I know you're not into that kind of sweets and stuff, but like
they're practically just like an ice cream shake. That's kind of coffee
caffeinated.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink them. Is because if I want coffee, I want coffee. But
yeah, you're not really a sweets guy, are you?
It depends on my mood, but
yeah,
most of the time,
most of the time, you're more of a.
I like salty stuff,
savory and salty guy. But speaking of savory,
or whatever.
This is a good segue into the next portion of this episode.
So I guess we're gonna.
So the tier list, we're gonna do an order, I guess, alphabetical order.
We'll just start, here.
But this is a perfect segue. Sweet and savory, A&W. Do they get it any better? Do they get it any worse?
Okay, I've been to an A&W a couple times. Their food is mediocre, but those root beer floats, though.
To kill for, not to die for.
Yeah,
to kill for.
They are.
A&W, I had it
good.
more when I was a kid because there was one we used to go to all the time. It was like one of the oldest A&Ws and everything.
Oh wow!
I don't know if it was. I don't think it was original or anything like that. But yeah, root beer floats, burger. Like Their burgers are fine enough. It's been so long since I've had one of their burgers. Or, in fact, it's been literally
I just recall
a
that
decade
their
since
food
I've been
is
to an
just
A&W.
very mediocre. Like, that's not why you're there.
It's
That's not why anyone
well,
is there.
yeah, you get the burgers, you
Like-
get the fries, and I just remember it being very standard. You know,
Yeah.
there was nothing special about their
It's
burgers.
not offensive.
They might have had a good barbecue burger
know,
at some point,
but
you know.
it's-
But the root beer floats, that counters it if you're
Yeah.
into that. And,
So-
you know, that's where I first learned about root beer floats. A&W. I mean, that's the place for it. I wouldn't quite put it at B because that's right below the best. I'd put it
C
solid
tier?
C tier because it's a
Yeah.
fun place to go every once in a while if you have one. The food is okay. It's not bad. It's not really good. It's just
yeah,
there.
It's just
But the root beer floats are a fun time, and you know they give it in the big ass glasses and everything. It's
Yeah.
frosted, and yeah, I think it's a solid C tier. That's me though, unless you're opposed.
I'd mostly agree with that. It's just because the root beer floats are pretty damn
Yeah, that
good.
brings it back
They're
up.
Pretty good.
It would be D.
If it was just the food, it'd be D,
D.
like D tier. Yeah, I'd be like, like it's
although
not the worst.
A&W does feel more like, and they're obviously going for this. But if you go to a dedicated A&W restaurant, it feels more like an American diner.
but they do. They're the place that the A&W
it's
that
a
was near
little
my
less
house,
fast foodie. So maybe
The A&W near my
It's a
house
little more
had like a
authentic.
drive-in feel, like vibe to it. Like
Drive-in,
it
yeah,
had, like,
like-
kind of how Sonic has like you drive up.
yeah, it has the drive-in.
it had that type of thing going on.
It's kind of halfway between like a McDonald's and like a Applebee's situation.
Applebee's.
I'm surprised that's not in here. I guess they don't count it.
Yeah.
So next we have Arby's. Let me tell you about Arby's.
Okay.
When Arby's hits, it hits fucking hard. It's awesome, right? But I also see that it's not for everybody.
I am.
We have the meats.
So yeah, I
Um,
have I've been to Arby's quite a few times, and
I've always enjoyed Arby's.
I've
though.
never thought their food was bad.
Hmm.
I've never tried anything there that I went, oh, at the very least, I was like, okay, you know, this is
the classic roast
is
beef,
decent.
cheddar roast beef.
at the very
Can't go
least,
wrong.
yeah, at the very least, I've always everything I've tried has been like, okay, you know, this is decent.
And usually
it's
the
what
roast beef is pretty
It's what
good.
I expected. I knew what I was getting into.
I like a
This
thin
is
slice
fine.
of roast beef.
However, they also simultaneously disgust me, just as a concept, as the company. Just,
Well, also in recent news, manager at a local Arby's, I forget where, it might have been Florida. It sounds like something that would be in Florida.
Florida.
But he peed into the Jamocha shakes.
Of course.
Yeah, out of spite or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But they do have the Jamocha shakes if you're into that kind of
Yeah.
thing, and that's kind of their thing.
I don't know. Arby's again, their food
And they
is
do have a
decent.
good ass Reuben, actually.
I've had the Reuben. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Like their food. I would say their food
I
is
don't
a
think I
solid.
put Arby's below a C.
The thing is, I would say their food is like a B tier, but again, for some reason, the entire concept of Arby's just
It is strange.
is gross.
It's all based off of deli meat.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about, and maybe it's their advertising too.
We have the meats.
Like, I don't know. Just the concept of Arby's.
So that brings it down a peg for you.
Yeah,
I would keep it at a solid C.
I would put it in C tier. Like,
And now some people think it's absolutely trash because you may not be just into that kind of thing.
yeah.
Because it is very savory stuff.
I love a Reuben, even if it's not a great one.
I love any. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Any
Reuben.
Reuben is good.
As long as it's got the black and blonde rye or whatever they call it.
yeah.
Then I'm pretty happy. And
Yeah.
it's got the sauce. Now, next we have Baja Fresh, which I've only been to a handful of times.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. They're pretty popular. They try to be like Cajun Baja food. Like
Yeah.
some weird mix. Like it can't it can't decide if it's Cajun food or Baja style Mexican food.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Like it's trying to be Baja, obviously Baja Fresh, but like
Mhm.
it's also not quite like that.
I honestly, maybe I haven't been there. I feel like I've been there at least a couple times though in the drive-through, like on a road trip.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you have more to say about it.
I think they're okay. I really don't think they're great though. They're one of those places where like there's several franchises that are pretty similar
Oh yeah.
that are spanned across the US. And like and they're all the types of places that, like, my experience growing up in LA with like decent Mexican food is like I would go visit family up in Utah, and they would talk about Baja Fresh like it's like really good like Mexican food, and I remember being like, it's like not any better than like Del Taco. Like,
I would say it's better than Taco Bell though, as quality goes.
yeah.
Is that one going to be at a C? I mean, I can't really say. It's up to you. The power's in your
I'm gonna
hands.
put it at a D tier. The power's up to me. I'm gonna put it at a D tier because there are better fast food places in that same like genre of fast food.
Fast food genre, yeah.
And I can't put it at C tier when like Chipotle would be at C tier, and Chipotle is kind of a similar style fast food place.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it, but it's not as good as people crack it up to be. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And it's not the first restaurant to do what it's doing. What do we have next?
Blimpie.
Blimpie. I've never been to one.
America's Sub Shop. I've been there once.
I've been to plenty of other kind of sub shops, but not Blimpie.
Yeah, I've been to one once.
How was that one experience?
I don't remember.
Well, let's just put it.
I just know I went there.
Let's put it in the never had category.
Yeah, I technically have gone, but
I mean, it would be unfair to give it a low grade.
this was like when I was
just because you don't remember.
This was like when I was in middle school, and I don't know if we talk about in the show, but I have very few memories before high school.
That's not good. Okay, what do we got next? What is it?
Bojangles.
Bojangles.
I've never been there. Have you?
No. I've always seen it. I think we have one back.
You talked about it just for a second there, like you were about to go into like a flashback moment. like if this were a movie, the screen would like have like a Ripley effect. It would fade into
And
a
then I'm just like,
flashback.
nah. No, I've always seen them. I've just never wanted to go to one, and I don't even know what it is. What does it say it is? What is Bojangles? Like a chicken place?
I can barely read this.
Here, I'll look it up.
Famous chicken and biscuits.
Oh! No, yeah. Now, there's a couple chicken places. I can't wait until we get to more of the chicken ones, because I have a lot to say about those,
I
actually.
have some things to say about.
And
some
what's
of the
this next?
Boston Market.
Nope.
I've
Haven't
been there. It was okay. They're a fast food place, kind of that tries to pretend like they're not.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
So like Subway. That's a fast food place pretending it's a healthy
They try
place.
to, well, not healthy.
Oh, okay. But just good quality.
Like, I don't know.
Kind of like where's the place we went
It's like
to? The Hat?
It's like Arby's, but tries to act like it's not disgusting.
Oh. So you know about it. You've had it.
A couple times, long time ago.
So what grade would you give it?
Like D.
That sounds right. Okay, Burger King. Oh. This might piss some people off. Probably not a lot of people off. Burger King. Well, it's hard to say because Burger King used to be really trashed here compared to McDonald's, right? The standard American fast food joint. However, I think they have gotten better. Their fries are still, but the burger, like the actual, the size of the Whopper you get for the price, it's a really good bang for your buck. I actually, this may sound bad, but I respect it more for not trying to be healthier like other companies like McDonald's are. Burger King just goes all in. Like, here's a big ass double-decker Texas Whopper.
Burger King
They've
is
also got some weird stuff too, like the mac and cheese bites and like and they have a decent
I tried their
sandwich.
chicken fries recently.
Oh, the chicken fries, that used to be a big deal at Burger King.
They're okay.
Yeah.
They're not the hype.
But Burger King, man, it's so hard because it used to be such trash, but now I feel like they've had a resurgence.
I think they're okay, but they are never.
I feel like the service needs to be put into this equation as well.
Yeah,
because at least at our Burger King, every time I go in there, it either takes a fucking hour or it's quick, but they miss something. So,
I've never had that experience at our Burger King.
Well, I have.
They just
not an hour. That might be an
They just like
alliteration.
me.
But,
Burger King is okay, but they are never my first or even second choice if there's fast food options.
Well, when I was vegetarian for a while, but not being a good vegetarian, I would get their Impossible Whopper.
Oh, yeah.
Which was pretty good, actually. I mean, it was obviously not meat, but it had the flavor, just not the juice. I would be remiss if we didn't at least keep it at a C.
I would mostly agree with C. Like I said, it
used to be an F. It went from F to C.
Like Burger King's okay, but
now they've always had great marketing.
They're never
like there's the Burger King game.
Oh yeah,
like on PS2 or something.
Yeah. The king. He's like the As far as like fast food,
he's like
mascots.
the creepy pasta.
Yeah. As far as like.
If you, in fact, we better be nice about Burger King because he might show up and like shoot you in the back of the head with a Glock.
He's a cryptid, like the same lines as like the Kool-Aid guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't think he's a fast food character we could be. I don't know if we talked about that. Maybe we did a long ass time ago.
We did a fast food
like
character.
Mascots,
we did
something like that.
Yeah, we did like a mascot.
Who we could beat up.
Fast food character, like tier list thing.
When we really didn't have. Okay, Raising Cane's.
I've never been there.
Okay, so let me tell you about it. Raising Cane's, when it first came out back home, it was a huge deal. Everyone went to it, and now we have multiple locations and everything. They're always, I don't care what day, what time of the day, they're always fucking busy. Always super busy. Because people have this idea that it's the best thing you can get as far as chicken tenders and shit goes.
Oh, it's a chicken
They're
place,
more of a chicken tender place than a, like, drumstick. Like, it's more chicken tender. Like, that's what it's really about. And it is really good. It is a little overhyped. But at the same time, I can't diss it too much because as far as like fast food chicken tenders go, they're in the upper tier, like for sure.
Okay.
But that's the only thing I get there. It's overpriced. It's like $9 for the basic 4-piece chicken tender combo.
Oh, jeez.
And
it's like Cuckoo's level, like in Durango.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's
and Cuckoo's isn't even that good. They're just okay.
Raising Cane's does one thing like exceptional: the chicken tenders. Everything else I haven't had, or if I have had it, I didn't care much about it. But that's why.
Where would you put them? I haven't had them.
I've
never heard of them. So
man,
it's totally up to you.
Just because their chicken tenders are so good, I would put them at B. But because it's such a long ass wait, and that's the only thing you really want to get, and I think they have good custards, like good. They do have good shakes and custards and shit like that.
They're like a good shake and a custard. Yeah.
Like there used to be this place that just specialized in custards. I think it was called Freckles back home. It was just like a local fast food kind of place. There was only a few of them. But really good. I mean, it kind of reminded me of that with their custards. Or like, actually, I would put it a little bit above Freddy's as far as custards go.
Wow.
Since they have the good custards and good tenders, but the wait is so, it's just always a wait. It's like an In-N-Out situation. Unless you catch it right at the right time.
But at least In-N-Out,
you're always,
most locations, not all, are really good about getting people.
They are good about it, even if it seems busy. They are fast.
I've never waited in line at In-N-Out.
It just looks
more than like
daunting.
10 minutes.
Yeah, it looks daunting,
like,
but they have a good system in place.
Yeah.
So
most In-N-Outs, there are
most In-N-Outs, but as far as it all goes, I want to put it for the food at B, but let's keep it at B. Maybe I'll change my mind.
All right.
Because they are obviously better quality. In fact, Burger King might need to go down to a D as far as quality goes.
We can move Burger King down. I have no qualms with that.
We can move it back and forth, Carl's Jr., not Hardee's.
Dude, well, I like Carl's Jr.
It's called Hardee's in the East.
Yeah, they're not the best of the best, but damn, do they have some good burgers? And
it's been a long ass time since that. But they also have the Carl's Jr. / Green Burrito. I don't know if that's a separate.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the deal there. What's going on with that?
They have
I remember
some decent burritos sometimes. But no, I will say Carl's Jr. fucking kills it as far as burgers go. In fact,
burgers.
I will go out there and say that Carl's Jr. Maybe when we get the Wendy's, it will change. But as far as fast food burgers go, They fucking nail it. Like I
Yeah.
remember I had the
They're
pineapple burger, whatever the fuck it's called, and had the pineapple slice on it. It's like McDonald's would never do that.
They have one that's barbecue sauce and like an onion ring on it.
Yeah,
And that's really good.
But like the pineapple one, that inspired me to create my. I experimented a lot. First, when I was a kid, I thought it'd be a good idea to put the pineapple slice in the meat and then cook it that way. And that can work, but you have to get it absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I saw
if you
like
overcook
on Travel Channel, like the Juicy Lucy, which is the burger with the cheese inside of it, and I tried making them at home.
But honestly,
Yeah,
for a lot less effort, it's easier just to put it on top.
it is. Yeah, Put it on top.
Yeah, it's nice having the juice
I love
in the
pineapple
middle.
on burgers, though. I mean,
Pineapple on burgers is better than pineapple on pizza.
At J-Bo's, our favorite bar down the street, they have the Kahuna burger.
Yeah.
Which is pineapples and jalapenos on it, and it is my favorite burger.
Man, I gotta
on
get
the
that
menu.
again.
It is very
But
good.
honestly, yeah, it's a really good pairing. And I will say it's a better pairing than pineapple on pizza.
It is, yeah.
It just is.
I will defend pineapple on pizza. I think people are being babies when they think it's like an abomination. It's fine.
Did you hear that, pineapple on pizza haters? You're babies.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous to think that it's like an abomination and shouldn't go in there. If you don't like it, then that's fine. You don't have to.
I'm gonna try this sour, the blackberry. It's a blackberry lemonade sour.
Yeah, blackberry lemonade hopped sour. It's very good.
Oh, I do taste the hop.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
It maybe should have left the hops out.
Maybe.
I think it would have benefited.
Maybe,
from that. Just
yeah.
commit to being a sour.
But then
you know what I mean?
would it have been like very beer tasting?
No,
It's like
it
a
wouldn't
blackberry
be.
lemonade.
It would just taste like a.
It would just taste like
almost like a hard
slightly
Mike's or
better
something.
Mike's. Yeah.
Well, yeah, not as sweet, more sour.
So what do you think about Carl's Jr.?
I thought about sometime on this podcast for whatever episode, if it fits, that's better. But they do have hard Mountain Dew out there, which would have been perfect for this if I had a hard Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Just saying. But yeah, Carl's Jr. That's definitely could be up there with the best.
It could be.
Let's leave it.
Yeah,
at B
I'm
for
hesitant to put it at the best.
Let's see what else we get to. You know.
But yeah, Checkers. I've never heard of that place.
Checkers, never heard of it, never been to it, don't care about it. If anyone's listening that just loves Checkers, I'm sorry. I mean, we're not giving it a bad rating. We just haven't had it.
Chick-fil-A.
As a company, they're definitely F tier.
They deserve to be there no matter what. Their food is actually
Their
pretty
food
decent.
is really good, actually.
but
I hate going there.
But I refuse to
the
endorse
CEO,
them.
the whole company is extremely homophobic, racist.
Yeah.
Check all the boxes. Like they're just
Donates
horrible.
the owner donates a lot of money to some really messed up.
God
charities
damn it!
and
Their
organizations.
chicken.
Oh,
The chicken and the biscuit thing, or
those waffle fries, man.
Oh, those waffle fries are amazing.
The food when I was
If it
when I was a kid and
The
didn't know
sauce.
and wasn't politically aware.
Yeah.
I loved Chick-fil-A.
If they were just a normal fast food company,
Yeah, if they just didn't
they
have,
would probably be A.
if they just were just a shitty company.
They would probably be A.
But yeah.
But as far as that goes, now,
Yeah,
I don't even go to them anymore.
I refuse. I refuse to
I don't want to
endorse
support
them
it.
or support them.
But god damn it, their food is good.
The food is good.
And nothing against the employees and the franchisees.
You know,
and
it makes it
everything.
easy that there is no Chick-fil-A in the town we currently live.
Yeah, so you know.
So we don't have this dilemma. But
F is.
when I go visit my parents, though, I don't.
I mean, F is harsh because we should be going by the food, right?
No.
But everything.
If we're willing to take into account
everything
Burger
has
King's
to go into
service,
account. Yeah, everything.
we're also going to take into account Chick-fil-A's shitty homophobic. owner.
Yeah, so everything has to be taken into account. So yeah, it's a F. Okay, Chipotle.
C.
It's definitely a C. Let's get out of here. Like, yeah, it's pretty good.
I like 'em.
Qdoba did it first. I swear they did it first. Maybe not first.
I don't know if they did.
But I had a Qdoba before Chipotle in my life.
So the story of Chipotle is that style of burrito, like wrapped in tinfoil like that, really big, is like or originates like in San Francisco.
Yeah, that sounds like a street thing.
And the guy who started Chipotle went to San Francisco, learned about this style burrito, went back to Colorado.
I can make a
and
profit.
found it and started Chipotle.
Yeah.
I don't think I could be wrong about this. I don't think Qdoba was around first.
Qdoba's the first one I had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Qdoba's better.
Let's be real.
Yeah. they got like better salsas and stuff. like
No, it's
and that type of
probably gonna get
that
some hate for
type of
this.
food, like the sauces and salsas and stuff like
Are
that,
so important.
make a big difference. I mean, here in Durango, we have Zia's.
I've had a lot of dry Chipotle.
We have Zia's Taqueria, which is just like Chipotle, but with like way better ingredients.
Yeah, and good ingredients.
Yeah, like if they were to open a Chipotle in Durango, it would flop.
It would flop. Because
Yeah, no one would go there because they'd be like, we have a place that's the same price. That's
or it would just beat out Zia's just because they have a whole corporation backing them and everything.
maybe.
You know how that goes.
Zia's isn't a small company anymore, though. They
Oh, I'm getting a call. And we're back. During that break, I was just looking on my phone before you got in, and apparently in KFC New Zealand, and I don't know how you're gonna edit it or make any sense out of that, but in KFC New Zealand, they have chicken flavored.
we don't have to hide all of our breaks.
Right? They have
We don't give a hoot. We'll take breaks when we want.
yeah, or the breaks take you.
Yeah.
They have chicken flavored chocolate truffles. Certain things like peanut butter and jelly and salt and pepper undeniably go together, but chicken and chocolate most definitely don't. Oh, that's a bad sentence. But chicken and chocolate most definitely don't belong in that category. Still, that didn't stop the folks at KFC New Zealand from releasing limited edition chicken flavored chocolate truffles, just in time for Mother's Day last year.
I feel like
Chicken flavored. They're really
I feel
explicit
like fast
about
food
that.
companies and that like American fast food companies
They're not as wild
in other countries either don't understand that their market is not Americans, or the people who are in charge in other countries are not Americans and don't understand what American food is actually like.
Well, in a lot of cases, they use ingredients that they have ample amounts of, like Japan, the Kentucky Fried Salmon. That makes perfect sense.
You know, in Japan, a really common tradition for Christmas, not that everyone in Japan celebrates Christmas, but enough people do, is to eat fried chicken, to eat KFC.
Yeah.
And a lot of Japanese people over in Japan apparently believe that that's a common tradition in America.
I mean, I probably have had KFC on Christmas.
I haven't.
Now that
I
think
used
of
to
it.
eat Chinese food a lot on Christmas, but that's because my family never did a Christmas dinner.
Oh, Chinese food here is big for Christmas.
Well,
honestly.
yeah, it's because
Winter season.
Chinese restaurants are often open on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So for people who don't celebrate Christmas, that's a place they can go to eat.
I
I celebrated Christmas, but my family did not do Christmas dinner. We did a breakfast. So for dinner, we would just go out to like Chinese food.
Nice. Anyway, so we're to Church's Chicken now. Now, let me tell you about Church's Chicken.
Oh, I was going to say, though, real quick, but the whole thing with fried chicken on Christmas, that was a marketing scheme by KFC.
Oh, that makes sense.
In like the 70s.
They have
or
good
80s
marketing.
or something like that. It was a guy over working in Japan that worked for KFC that got this marketing scheme going, and it's evolved into being like some people think that that's what Americans do on Christmas, which I love.
Nice.
I love that.
So we have Church's Chicken
I've never been there. It's
out of Texas.
I've seen them. Just driven past them.
Last time I was in Santa Fe, they had a Church's Chicken, and you betcha me and Roshi went to Church's Chicken.
Was it good?
It is good, honestly. Well, their portions are a lot smaller now, and that that's understandable. They're trying to be a little bit more health conscious. But the chicken, here's what I'll say about. Yeah, like the fried chicken drumsticks and stuff, that's pretty great. But the chicken tenders are all right. But man, they got these honey baked biscuits, so it's like biscuits with honey baked into it. And that's really good. And they also offer, as a dessert, they offer banana vanilla wafer pudding. But they've really skimped on it lately. Like, they used to have the vanilla wafers, like, layered, like, as it should be.
Yeah.
Now they just put it on top and call it a day.
Oh, lame.
So it looks like a really good pudding. But once you get through that vanilla wafer layer, Which I think vanilla wafers are one of the best cookies if we ever did a cookie tier list.
I do love vanilla
just
wafers.
Just an all-around cookie. Just
I love,
go with anything, right?
I like wafers in general.
Yeah.
The strawberry wafers are also really
vanilla
good.
wafers aren't really wafers. They're a cookie.
Yeah.
They're just called that. Yeah. But yeah, you get through that first layer, then it's just banana pudding. But fun fact, though, about the artificial banana flavor, I'm sure I may have said it. I've said it in real life. I know this. Mm-hmm. That it actually is the flavor of what bananas tasted like before genetic engineering ruined it. Because Americans, and also genetic engineering. Because as Americans, we think if it's bigger, it's better, right?
There's a combination of that and actually, so the species
and
of the actual species of banana it was based off of was wiped out. Doesn't exist.
No, yeah,
doesn't exist
it's wiped out.
And so the
but
bananas,
there's this whole idea that
bananas you go to the store and eat now,
they used to be a lot smaller.
They're not
too.
the same species of bananas that the artificial flavoring of bananas were originally based on.
And they used to be a lot smaller too. Yeah, that species.
Right. Yeah,
but
like plantains,
bigger's better and everything. But that's what actually bananas tasted like. So, whenever you get artificial banana, it's actually pretty authentic. But, maybe not that.
Where would you? We probably got
churches.
We got a lot of these left. We probably got to speed up a little bit.
Well, there's a lot we don't know on here. But churches, I would put it, man, my bias would put it at a B, but I think all around it's a C.
Okay. C then?
That hurts, though. It does hurt, but I'm just trying to be objective. Next, I don't know what that is.
Cookout. Fresh hamburgers.
Have you had it?
No.
All right. Never had it. What's this next one?
Culver's.
Never had it.
Never had it either.
Del Taco.
I have strong feelings about Del Taco.
I haven't had enough of it. I really just compare it to Taco Bell.
Dude, no. Del Taco is leagues better than
It's better. It is better.
Way better.
Fresher.
It's
better lettuce.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's the best of the best, but it's at least a B tier. At the very least, is a B.
I can't argue with that.
I've been to into the original Del Taco.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They at least, I don't know if they've changed it since then, but it was kind of funny because you go in and it's the only Taco Bell location that doesn't use like Taco Bell branded like wrappings for their food and stuff. It's just like plain white paper.
Oh, nice.
And they put a big ass like half like slice of tomato on top of their tacos. None of the other locations.
No, I think what really sets Del Taco apart from a lot of taco places like Taco Bell or what's the other one, Taco Bueno. I don't know if you had any of those.
Yeah.
The ingredients, they just seem a lot fresher. They
taste I don't
fresher.
It just seems. I feel like
the toppings. There's a lot more toppings. Usually.
I also feel like there's less gimmicky shit at Del Taco.
Yeah, and
like.
The gimmicky shit definitely works.
Like they
right?
do have some. They do have some gimmicky shit sometimes.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're a company that whereas Taco Bell relies a lot on their gimmicky shit.
Oh yeah.
Del Taco understands that most of their customers are there for the tacos.
Yeah, and
like,
I respect that.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's the next one?
Denny's.
Okay. I honestly, as far as their food goes, it's probably D tier.
Yeah.
However, the convenience of Denny's, open 24/7.
Yeah.
You can be super high one night and just walk to Denny's like me and Caleb did that one time. And, if you're on a road trip, there's always going to be a Denny's in anything.
Oh, yeah. I used to stop at the
it's
Denny's
great for
in
that.
Baker, California in the middle of
I remember
nowhere.
we stopped at the Denny's in Flagstaff on the way to LA at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And
I tried to sleep in the truck.
And, but honestly, I can't put Denny's any lower in the C just for its convenience and its variety. And honestly, the breakfast
it's not bad.
As far as fast food goes.
I go there with my girlfriend occasionally for breakfast.
As far as fast food goes, it's probably B tier.
Yeah.
Not quite as good as like IHOP or something. Because it's a dedicated breakfast joint. Domino's. Oh my God. So Domino's, as we all know, used to just really suck. It was trash. But they've made a really good comeback. They have good enough pizza. They have good coupons. And they have some gimmicky, actually not too many gimmicky things now that I think about it.
No, it's not.
They have
bad.
like their chocolate lava cakes and everything like that. But as far as the pizza goes, it's pretty standard. Like, I think their most gimmicky thing, but it can be one of their best things if it's cooked right. But they're pan pizzas.
Yeah, I like
If
their
it's
pan
cooked right,
pizzas.
those are really good. But if it's cooked wrong, which is a lot of time, it's like really doughy.
I'd even like their wings are surprisingly okay.
The wings are fine. They serve their purpose.
I've even eaten their pasta.
No, and they have the pasta options. They
Again, it's not like it's what you'd expect, but the
it's
variety
not,
it's
right?
not bad.
They have the pasta options, sandwich options, and like the pizza's just good enough. And honestly, I would put Domino's at a B.
Yeah,
because
it's
convenient.
It's always there for us.
It's convenient. I never get anything like terrible from Domino's.
Yeah,
and I have an account, so I get a free pizza every once in a while, every 6 orders or whatever. And they have good coupons, and it's just fuck you Domino's haters.
Yeah.
And I understand why you're there, and it's good that you're there. Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen.
Oh man, it's been a while since I've been to one, and they vary. You already placed it in D tier. They're very inconsistent on their quality and on their items.
I think they're very consistent.
Consistently bad.
Yeah, I don't think anything there is good.
Well,
except for maybe their ice cream, and their ice cream's not honestly like much better than other ice cream places. Like,
well, the Dairy Queens I've had, are back in the Middle West and the South, and that's where you're gonna get the better ones, right?
Yeah.
But as far as everything I can remember about Dairy Queen, they actually have some good ass burgers though. Like, don't let that get past you.
I disagree.
I think they have good burgers.
I've never eaten anything at Dairy Queen,
but honestly,
I thought was decent.
I've never really made the choice to go to one. It only happened to be if it was the only option on a road trip or something.
Yeah.
And I think they're right around Burger King, honestly. I think that's fitting. D tier. They're not horrible. It's not.
I'll go there if someone said.
And as far as I know, they're not racist or
homophobic. If my girlfriend was stepping out of the apartment and said, "Hey, I'm going to go to Dairy Queen. Do you want something?" I'd be like, "Sure."
I think they used to be good back in like the 50s, 60s. Like back in their heyday, I think they were a lot better.
I feel like they're a fast food place that's really still just riding on people's nostalgia.
And what's this next one? Los Polos Hermanos?
El Pollo Loco.
El Pollo Loco.
El Pollo Loco.
I haven't been. I may have been once.
They are all over the place where I grew up, and I never once went there.
Well, that tells you something. So. That might consider it an F tier because you had the option to go.
There was I don't remember what it was called. There was an ice cream fast food place. It wasn't DQ, but it was like a similar type of place that had like those like ice cream shake things with like candy in them and stuff. That was kind of like how Carl's Jr. does it with the green burrito. It was a place that was like El Pollo Loco and this ice cream place.
Oh, okay.
And I would go there
for the ice cream.
For the ice cream.
Yeah.
And I never once was even tempted to order something from El Pollo Loco.
So what do we got next?
Firehouse Subs. Never been there.
Been there a handful of times. Compared to Quiznos, compared to Quiznos or Jimmy John's, it's really hard to say.
I always liked Quiznos because they packed a lot of sandwich meat onto your
Quiznos packed a lot into it, and it's probably arguably better than Firehouse Subs. And I haven't been there enough to have a real opinion on it, so let's just put it in C. Because I don't think they're bad or really that good, but I don't really have anything bad or good to say about it, so C.
Yeah. Five Guys.
Five Guys, I have mostly good things to say about it.
Yeah, I think they're overhyped a little bit.
A little overhyped. Definitely, I would say...
I remember when I was growing up, we didn't have Five Guys in Southern California.
Oh, really?
And
is that more of a NorCal thing?
I remember going to visit some of my family friends up in Utah in the Salt Lake area. And we would argue, would be like, oh, we got In-N-Out. In-N-Out's great. And they'd be like, nah. Five Guys is where it's
California
at.
Has Five Guys.
Five Guys is awesome, and they would just like shit on us, be like, Five Guys is great. And then an In-N-Out opened in St. George, and a Five Guys opened in my hometown, and everyone was really excited about Five Guys, and they went, and it was really long lines for a week, and then there was no lines ever again.
Right.
And In-N-Out opened in Utah and St. George, and my friends up there were just like,
here's what I'll say about Five Guys.
We will concede.
Just to speed up this process, here's what I'll say about Five Guys. It's a very standard American fast food joint. but it is better quality than like McDonald's or Burger King, so it is at a B.
Yeah. It's good. I like Five Guys. I just think they're overhyped.
And
IHOP.
Oh my god, it can go so many ways with that. But I will say, like, you can get some banger breakfasts there, and especially when you're a kid, I don't get the crazy weird pancakes anymore.
Oh, but I got the one with the smiley face.
The smiley face one, and they have a lot of good pancake variety. So I mean, you can't as being called the International House of Pancakes, they get that part right. Like, I mean, and they do have like lunch food and stuff like that. It's kind of a Denny's situation, but it is a step above.
I will say though, I haven't been to an IHOP in about 5 years, because last time I went to one, we made a reservation. We showed up.
I think
like we showed up.
But Denny's is up their pancake game as well.
Yeah. Well, we showed up to IHOP, and this had nothing to do with their food. We showed up to the IHOP. We put in our name on the list, and then they gave away our table.
Yeah, that kind of
While
stuff.
we were sitting there.
That kind of stuff happens a lot at IHOP, and they have bad wait times. And it's just bad
I remember going up being like, hey, you know, we've been waiting for half an hour. These people waiting 5 minutes just got seated, and they were like, oh yeah, your name was all the way up here, and I'm like, you didn't call us, and they were like, we gave away your table.
Wow.
And I was like, what the fuck?
Get fucked. Like, honestly,
so we left, and I have not been back since.
The wait times, I think C is perfect because the wait times really drags it down. I remember waiting ages. In and out. Here we go. Get out of here.
Okay.
It is not the best.
I love In and Out, but I will concede that and admit that it's not the best.
I argue that maybe
I just love it.
None of these are the best. I don't know.
I just really like
it. Okay, let's digest it real quick. As far as like American fast food goes, it probably is the best. Well,
it's like you can get better burgers out there. Fast food, it's
man, getting the animal style fries, animal burger,
double.
And man, I love, like, it's not too secret anymore, but their secret menu.
Yeah,
I used to get like the Flying Dutchman, which is just a burger. It's just 2 burger patty sandwich.
I will say I liked In and Out, and then I discovered they will put banana peppers on your burger if you ask.
Really?
Yes. You just ask them.
And with the animal style fries.
Yeah. And you just say, you go up, you say, I want a double, and you say, and can I have peppers on that?
Well,
and they will put peppers on it, on the cheese, and it's awesome.
See, a lot of people that don't have In-N-Outs just want to hate it just because they don't have it. But now In-N-Out is expanding more. It's not just in California. I think they have some in Colorado now. They're in this area.
I'll
of the United States.
because I grew up with In-N-Out, it is like comfort food, fast food for me.
Yeah.
I will admit that it's not like the best burger ever.
Okay, if we're going to throw In-N-Out at the best, we damn well got to throw Carl's Jr. with it.
All right, yeah, I will do that.
Carl's Jr. has better burgers, but In-N-Out is better all around.
Yeah, I would say I just really like
the animal fries. That really
Jack in
the Box. It's honestly I would put it at C tier.
No, I would agree.
It is not no B tier.
It's just it's the place that I probably went to the most when
they have a good marketing campaign. I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
But I've been there. I actually haven't been there that much, even though we had one.
I ate there a lot, and man, if they opened up a Jack in the Box here in this town,
I would totally hit it
I would eat there all the time. It'd
Yeah.
probably be my most like the fast food place I'd go the most.
I can't recall anything special they really do.
No.
Besides being convenient and having a lot of different shit.
No.
They have burgers
nothing
and
they do is
tacos.
special. In fact, actually, a lot of their stuff
They
they
even
do
have like some Chinese items.
Yeah, in fact, actually, a lot of the stuff they do is kind of gross. But
the fact that you can
ate
get
there all the time.
you can get a burger with a side of tacos there if you wanted.
They're curly fries, man. Though that was I think the one standout item was the curly fries. That's not enough to bump it up. Just some fries. But
it's very close to B tier, but I think it has to stay in C because
Yeah.
I can't recall anything significant or special from Jack in the Box. I just know they have a lot and it's good stoner food. So there you go. Next, what is this?
Jersey Mike's.
Haven't been to. I don't live in New Jersey.
I've never been there either.
But we have a lot of listeners from there. Thank you guys.
Yeah, shoot us a message saying if you
Yeah.
like Jersey Mike's or not. Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's, put it around C.
Yeah, if we're putting
It's a Quiznos
Firehouse
type.
there, we're putting Jimmy John's.
That's
there.
fair enough.
Jollibee. Never been
Wait,
there.
I think you put Firehouse down at D.
No, it's right here.
Oh, what's that one below it?
Boston Market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a similar logo.
Jollibee.
Never been.
Never been either.
KFC. Okay.
I haven't
As far
been
as
to KFC in a
chicken,
long time,
oh man,
but I
want to put it at C, but
I'm unsure.
it's a C. I mean, I think they've gone downhill a little bit, but you can still get the chicken buckets and the fried chicken. Just if you just think about that, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good, and you get the mashed potatoes. I don't think it's exceptional though,
No, absolutely not.
but I don't think it's bad.
I think
So C.
I think it's the
C.
bottom line of what I expect from fast food fried chicken.
Oh, there's worse.
I think
I don't
it's-
know if it's on this
It's
list.
I like KFC, but if a person says that a fast food place with fried chicken that I haven't had is good, I expect it to be better than KFC.
Put KFC above churches though, at least.
Okay.
Just like yeah.
no,
There we go.
no, I'm like KFC is good, but when someone comes to me and says, "Hey, there's this fast food place that you haven't tried, and they have some good fried chicken," I expect them to be better than KFC. If
But
you
I
say
have
it's
driven to
good-
another town just to get KFC before.
That's true. But if you say it's good, I expect it to be better than KFC.
But yeah, I
That's
mean,
like that's the
honestly,
bottom line of what's
I
considered
can't.
decent.
It could be a B, but that would be letting my bias get in the way.
Yeah.
This is all bias.
Can you put KFC with Cane's though? For like quality chicken.
But you don't even know Raising Cane's. You're just
Yeah.
saying that because I said it.
Yeah, but I'm asking you though.
Um,
You put it there. Can you put KFC with them?
KFC does have way better like
Ugh.
drumsticks and shit like that.
I like their popcorn chicken.
Oh, maybe
That
KFC
stuff
needs
is
to
pretty
be a
good.
B.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll keep it a C for now. We'll bump it up if anything's like
Little
absolutely worse.
Caesars.
Little Caesars.
Do they still do the $5 pizzas?
Yeah, I think so. And it's
Then
bad.
they deserve
it's
a
bad.
minimum of C tier.
It's bad greasy pizza, but Little Caesars was my middle school and early high
Yeah.
school life. I would always get Little Caesars with my friends, play Call of Duty, drink Mountain Dew.
Yeah, and their breadsticks and stuff.
Play
yeah,
Doom.
Like no, yeah, I'm like
the bread. Yeah, it's just the perfect.
like they're not good, but that's why I was like, do they still do the $5 pizzas? Because I haven't had it in
think
a long
so.
time. And if they do, minimum of C tier.
I mean, it's basically gas
buy-
station pizza.
Yeah, but by default, you can go in there with $10 and get pizza and breadsticks for like
Yeah, you
for
can get a whole meal
gaming,
for the family.
for a gaming session with your buddies.
Yes.
and
I would bump it up to a B just for the gaming session compatibility.
fuck yeah, Little Caesars up there. It's food quality. It is not a B. It's maybe a D tier food quality, but
Just
just
the perfect like stoner like
just-
pizza.
They
place.
they figured it out. Long John Silver's.
I can't believe we put it above KFC though. It's stained. It's stained.
Stand. Yeah,
It's
I'm
right there with Five
questioning
Guys.
us right now, but
It's right. Anyways,
But, yeah.
well, we got to throw in some controversial ones.
we're gonna stick with
Long
it.
John Silver's, it's honestly D fucking trash.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
like
not F. I mean,
I don't understand why
I've-
people like it.
I have enjoyed it before, but that was before I really had a taste.
It's
You
one of
know
those
what I
things
mean?
where it's like I don't think they're absolutely disgusting, but I also don't get why every once in a while I meet someone who's like, yeah, Long John Silver's is fucking awesome.
It's a D
I'm
tier.
like, why do you think that?
I might go there for a few specific items, like their fish sandwich and everything. Fish sticks.
the Golden Arches.
McDonald's, I mean, it's a C. I mean, it's definitely a C. I wouldn't say it's anything more than that.
Yeah,
I think it, in the past, it could have been a B. But
they have their place.
their Big
so.
Mac isn't as big. You have to get like the extra Big Mac, whatever it's called.
I've never had a Big Mac.
You got to have a Big Mac. I can't believe you've never had a
refuse-
Big
I
Mac.
re-
Why?
Because I've gone
So
this.
you can tell us?
Yeah, exactly. I've gone this long without having one, so I refuse to have one. I get their burgers.
Yeah.
I just don't get the Big Mac.
You got to have Big Mac at some point.
I
You got to break.
No,
it. You know,
I refuse.
Don't
I
be that guy.
refuse. If I'm ever
What
playing,
would you have a freshly homemade version of a Big
yeah,
Mac?
I would have a freshly homemade one. But it's so like if I'm playing Never Have I Ever,
True.
I can be like I've never had a Big Mac, and like that'll get like most of the people.
Yeah. No, I mean, and McDonald's, they've done their weird shit. We talk about the McPizza, and every once in a while they bring back the McRib. The McRib is absolutely trash, by the way.
I've never had one.
It is
no.
technically rib meat, but I don't like it. It tastes weird. It's not good.
But
it's a
dude,
bad
they're Egg
sandwich.
McMuffins though.
Oh yeah, they're breakfast items. Egg McMuffins.
Those
That's
are
a
banger. Yeah, I like their ice cream there.
Okay, Little Caesars got to come down to C.
Okay, yeah.
We can't put it better than McDonald's.
We'll put it.
Hot upper C
We'll
tier.
put it like with AMW up there.
Yeah, I think that's fitting.
Yeah.
But I mean, McDonald's used to be a B, but I mean, it's still the standard. That's why it's at a C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moe's Southwest Grill.
Have been.
Never been there either. Noodles and Company.
Haven't been.
Never been there either. Panda Express.
Have been.
Dude.
It's.
They're trash. They're just trash.
I don't have a strong enough bias towards or against Panda Express, but honestly, I only got like one item, the orange chicken there.
When I was a
Or the sesame
kid, when I was a
chicken.
kid, I liked them, and then we moved to a house where there wasn't one nearby, so we had to drive to get it. So we never went. But there were some other like locally owned kind of fast food style Chinese restaurants nearby, so we would go there. And for a long time, I was like, "Oh, this is like Panda Express." And then I tried it again, and I was like, "No, these other locally owned places, which are cheaper, are way better than Panda Express. Panda Express is shit."
Honestly, yeah, like local Chinese restaurants. I mean, you can get
like-
that drive-through, and it's going to be way better.
And it's
like,
not any more expensive
no,
than Panda Express. And Panda,
and you get a lot more food, and it's a lot better.
yeah, there was a place near my house called Mr. U's,
No,
which
not
is
any
Panda
healthier, but,
Express
you know.
style, and it was just way better and the same price.
I honestly could put Panda Express at an F,
I'll
just because.
I'll second that.
Hear me, not. Its food is very. No, I mean, there's just so many other options. There's a Chinese restaurant everywhere in
Well,
every city.
Food wise, I think they're D tier. Just off of
No,
that,
but
by
just because
itself.
you can get a better price,
I'm
get
not,
better quality
I'm not even
food.
just talking. I would second the F because of that reason. But
there's so many other options.
their food by themselves, isolated, just
It's not that good.
it's D tier. It's shit.
and since
Like,
if Panda Express existed in an isolated system with no other like drive-through Chinese restaurants, then sure, it would be a D. It would still only be a
Yeah,
D.
exactly. Yeah, that's why I second your
Panera Bread.
Panera.
Panera, honestly, that's gonna be a B for me.
Yeah, I like Panera. I think
They're-
they're pretty good.
Broccoli and cheddar soup and the bread bowl and everything. I mean, you can't beat that.
They
man.
make
Like,
good
come on.
good grilled sandwiches and
And
stuff.
you don't feel too horrible going there.
No. And
Especially if you get a lot of soup.
my mom used to just
know.
also just buy loaves of bread from them sometimes.
I always felt like
and bring them home.
Panda Bread was a fancy establishment
Yeah,
for fast food. As far
fancy.
in fact, I never even
Fast
looked at it in the lens of fast food.
I probably
It
yeah,
is fast
if
food.
I were making this list of
it's fast
options
food
here,
soup and
I wouldn't
sandwiches.
include them because I would be like they're not.
but it
quite-
is though. It is.
Yeah, like they are, but they're more like on if Applebee's isn't here, then they shouldn't be here type of thing.
Yeah, kind of.
like it's unfair to include them.
But yeah, it's
But,
definitely
yeah.
a B.
Yeah, Papa John's. Is it?
He's also a
yeah,
racist.
piece of shit.
Yeah. But he's not as bad as Chick-fil-A as far as I know.
I don't know much of
But
the
Papa
details.
John's, honestly, man, their garlic dip is fucking banger with their pizza.
You know,
and
I've only
breadsticks.
had them like a few times, and they've just
but
blended in. So
the-
I'm gonna leave this up to you.
The racism and just being a horrible CEO, that's gonna bring it to a D. Okay.
Yeah, I've only had them a few times, and it was just at like sleepovers and shit. So
What's this one?
PDQ.
I don't think I've seen them, but I've never had.
know. Penn Station East Coast subs.
We don't live in the East Coast, so
Pizza Hut.
okay. Pizza Hut, that's gonna be a solid C.
Okay,
They have a lot of the gimmicks.
I would put them at a D.
I would have put it at D because just for the
I've-
fact it's the perfect stoner pizza place. They have the stuffed cheese bread. Like, you got to acknowledge that. Yeah, they go hard on the gimmicks, but that's what makes it Pizza Hut. That's what makes it different than Domino's.
But counterpoint, their food is still shit. and I've always thought
No,
so.
but, like, when you're
when someone every
when
once in a
you're
while I come
stoned,
across someone
Pizza Hut always.
where I'll say, "Hey, Domino's is actually like not that bad," and they'll be like, "I prefer Pizza Hut," and I'm like, "Get the fuck out
Okay,
of
here's
here.
the saving
Get
grace.
the fuck out.
Here's the saving grace.
You're banned.
Here's the saving grace for Pizza Hut: dessert pizzas. Gimmicky, really bad for you, but freaking awesome, especially when you're high. Like the
Okay,
Oreo pizza. Come on, man.
Popeyes.
Popeyes is a B tier at least.
Okay.
At least.
I have never had Popeyes.
Okay, dude. Popeyes is like KFC on fucking crack.
Not due to my lack.
Popeyes
of,
is the best. Put it at the fucking best for
Okay,
me.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
This is your decision.
It's my decision.
I've never had them.
Popeyes is just the best chicken place.
Yeah.
It's the best fucking fried chicken place. You get
never
the
had-
spicy chickens. Get the spicy chicken. And yeah, it can be really spicy, but damn, it's freaking good. Got my chicken.
I've never had
Popeyes.
them.
Louisiana Fest. Yeah,
and
I
I'm
mean,
not-
and they got the fried shrimp.
That
Popcorn
does sound
shrimp.
good.
Popcorn
No,
chicken.
I've never had them, and it's not
And
because
it's like Cajun style.
And it's not because it didn't sound good.
It's Louisiana.
Because I love like Cajun style,
Yeah.
like, food,
Dude.
and I like fried chicken. And it's not because there were no Popeyes in where I grew up. I just, for some reason, went
Why?
19 years actually living in Southern California and never once managed to try Popeyes.
You've been missing out on.
I don't know why.
But they will give you a bad bathroom experience. But I'm not putting that in the equation. That's unfair because most of these will give you a bad.
Portillo's.
But yeah, Popeye is the best. Chicken. What's this?
Portillo's.
Don't know. Is that like some Italian place?
Hot dogs and
Hot dogs.
and
It's something.
hot dogs, beef burgers, salads.
Sounds good.
I can barely read.
A place that specializes in hot dogs. There's not too many fast food places that are based around hot dogs,
I love a good hot dog,
which is
Even-
surprising.
It's what I get at Sonic.
No, Sonic.
I get the
that's
hot
the hot
dogs.
dog. You get the hot dogs. there.
In town here, we have
The big
we have
foot-long cone.
We have a Fan Burger here in town, and they have
Yeah.
a Coney dog there, and I get that.
Oh, really?
sometimes. Yeah, it's like a chili cheese dog. and
Fanburger
it's great.
started out really banger, and then they kind of went downhill. But they're good. They're still good.
They're okay. They're like $3 for a cheeseburger, and I don't know. It's like maybe slightly better than McDonald's.
Yeah.
So it's, if they were more expensive, I would not eat.
Okay, what do we have next? We got to start blasting. through this.
Potbelly
Never had it.
sandwich shop.
Qdoba. It's better than Chipotle.
I would agree.
Better sauces.
If we
like you
put
said,
Chipotle
salsa,
in C, then Qdoba goes in B.
it's a B. Qdoba's banger.
Absolutely.
Dude, I love Qdoba.
Again, yeah. They have better sauces and salsas, and
And it's just what I grew up with, honestly. But,
I also recognize for anyone listening that salsa means sauce. So I was just saying the same word twice. But they have better salsas, and that in that style of food makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
makes
Qdoba
all the difference.
is fucking banger.
Yeah.
B for banger. I think
Yeah.
that's what that tier
Yeah.
should be.
Quiznos.
Quiznos, C.
Yeah.
I don't think
they just.
honestly, I don't think a sandwich place can get any better than a C.
Although I'm going to
There's
I'm
one-
going to put them above Firehouse and Jimmy John's because in my experience, I don't know if this is all Quiznos, but at least the one near my house,
Quiznos is pretty
They
good.
packed that sandwich meat on more than the other places did.
Maybe Quiznos can squeeze out a B.
Maybe. I still didn't think they were like better
Right.
overall.
Not necessarily.
But like I went to Quiznos for a similar
Yeah.
price as like Jimmy John's, and I said
just-
I want turkey and ham on my sandwich, and they would pack. I just felt like they packed
And that's
more
good, but
stuff onto
in
it.
the end,
So I was just getting more bang for my buck.
in the end,
But
though, you're
quality-
still just getting a toasted
Yeah,
sub
quality
sandwich.
wise, it's not any better. Like
Yeah, I mean, in the end, you're not getting much more than that. What we got next?
Roy Rogers,
Don't have it. Don't care about it.
never had it. Yeah, Sbarro.
I've heard about it.
I've had
Never
Sbarro
it.
many
Tell me about it.
times. It's a pizza place that's
Yeah.
very common to see in like food courts. It's that type
I
of
might
place.
have seen it in food
And
courts. I
you can
wouldn't
go
have
and get
it.
like just like slices and stuff like that.
Oh, nice. So,
Like they're
see?
they're no better than C.
Okay.
Like
That's fair.
I don't hate them. I don't think they're low C tier. I don't think they're quite bad enough to go into D tier. They're okay.
Below Pizza Hut? Above Pizza.
Above Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Slotsky's
Slotsky's is banger.
I've never had Slotsky's.
Dude, it's the
I will.
perfect...
I will say you're the first person who said that to me.
Really?
Yeah. I
Dude,
know
Slotsky's
people
is awesome.
I know who grew up like in the Denver area have told me that Slotsky's is awful.
Well, yeah, compared to what's the fucking place they have? The sandwich place. They have a like famous sandwich place in the
Oh, do
Denver
they?
area.
I don't know.
Um,
But I've never had it, so this is up to you where to put it.
well, maybe banger might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but I feel like, I mean, it's better than the other sandwich fast food places because they commit more to the fast food bit. They go a little harder on it, and
so like a B tier.
good Reubens and like their sandwiches are just good, man. Yeah, compared to a freaking what's it?
There was a Slotsky's here in Durango for a while.
Oh, there was,
Went
yeah.
out of business because nobody
Yeah.
fucking ate there.
Well, no, Slotsky's is the one place I would go in a Blue Moon, but every time I went, I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? But maybe it is a C. Maybe my bias is getting in the way. What's that Denver place? It's like a weird word. It's like Snarfs. Snarf sandwich. That's why they think Slotsky's is trash.
I've never
because
heard of that place.
Snarfs is freaking
Snarfs.
banger. It's like the best thing. If it was on here, it would be in the best category.
Wow.
That's why people
Never
from
had
Denver are trashing on Slotsky's because they have a Snarfs.
For the same reason people who have
Yeah.
In-N-Out trash on Five Guys.
Yeah, it's because
Okay.
yeah, and you know, maybe it's not even necessarily even that better, but just because that's what they grew up on.
Shake Shack.
But Snarfs is better than Slotsky's. What's this one?
Shake Shack.
Nope, haven't been to it.
Haven't either. Sheets.
Haven't been to it.
I haven't either. Skyline.
That looks like some East Coast shit to me.
Is-
Haven't been
see
to
what
it
the
though.
fuck the- Chili. Skyline chili.
Sounds good. I don't know. Haven't been to it.
Never had it.
Sonic. Oh, okay. Sonic can go. It can be really
I'm
bad.
tempted to put it in.
It can be really bad.
Yeah, I'm
But the slushies, corn dogs,
I do
jalapeno
go there
poppers,
occasionally.
The foot long coney dog. I think it deserves a C. It's
See, okay, yeah.
when you're stoned, there's nothing better.
No, yeah, you get
You know?
you get a coney dog and you get some tater tots and an ice cream.
Yeah, a Sonic Blast.
Yeah, or a shake.
have
or
all
something
those
like
options.
that. And dude, that's
I think
that's
it's gonna be middle C. I
that's a-
think put it right between Churches and KFC.
okay.
I know
yeah.
below Churches,
Okay,
below Quiznos actually. Quiznos better.
but just above Denny's here, yeah.
Yes, just because of the
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
But it's also one of those places where I've had other stuff there, but nowadays I exclusively get the tater tots, the hot dogs, and
Oh, the tater
the
tots,
dessert
yeah.
things, just in general, the ice
Yeah.
creams and shakes. But I refuse to get anything else there
Their burgers are pretty
because I've never really liked anything else.
bad. The
there.
burgers aren't that good.
So
They're fine.
I've just settled into something there that that quenches my hunger when I'm stoned. And
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean, I think C is very fair.
Steak and Shake. Never had it.
I've had it. It's kind of like it's a lot like Freddy's actually, except more emphasis on the shake.
Freddy's isn't on here, by the way.
Oh, that's surprising. But Steak and Shake, in fact, that should be on there instead of this, but in my opinion.
Oh, there's
it's
definitely places I think should be on
honestly,
here,
they
but
do have really good burgers though, like because they use the steak meat burger,
Yeah.
which is pretty good. But there's not too many of them, and I feel like I rather just go to a McDonald's, make it quicker, make it easier.
Yeah, that
I don't know.
makes sense.
But they're definitely not D. It's a C. It's a
C
C
tier?
for me.
Low
Yeah.
C tier, mid C tier.
Upper C tier, like close to B.
Like-
Right there. That's
Okay.
about right. Yeah. Subway, that's a D. For me, it's a D.
Oh yeah,
I
no.
still go there
No, I do
on a regular.
Oh
You know,
man, I go to Subway. They're convenient.
But
When
here's
I'm
the
at
thing with
work,
Subway.
I work. When I'm at work, I'm driving around with a truck and a trailer, and
Yeah.
there's not a lot of places where I can conveniently park a truck and a trailer to go in and get lunch. But there's a Subway on Main Avenue that I can park in the neighborhood right there, and It's just
Nice.
walk around the corner.
Here's the thing with Subway, it really varies on who's actually making your sandwich, if they're experienced, if they're new, if they're good at making. Because sometimes I've been to Subway and I knew the person that made the sandwich because I've been there a lot, and they were good at it, and I was like, yeah, they know exactly what I want, and they.
But
make
isn't it also
perfectly.
the case that like most?
But it's so inconsistent.
Most Subways for some reason are just disgusting.
Yeah, right.
Like just the environment.
Yeah, usually.
Like you don't want to
yeah.
touch anything. Like,
Yeah, except the one over by a Walmart they've upped their
that
game
one's
on
okay.
that.
Yeah, that is okay.
But their service is inconsistent. Yeah, I mean Subway's a D.
Swenson's.
Never had it.
Never had it either. Taco Bell. We've talked plenty about this already.
Taco Bell, it could go either way. If you're stoned, it's at least a B, right?
Yeah, but if you're
And
not,
their flavors, like. There's something I just love about a Taco Bell taco, just the standard one.
I like
it
them.
has a certain seasoning or something to it that stands apart. I feel like I don't know, not necessarily better, not good quality. Like,
but they also have some really shitty stuff on their like gimmicky menu and stuff.
But some of the gimmicky stuff is really awesome, like the Doritos taco, Locos tacos.
I refuse.
It's upper C.
I refuse to put it in B tier because Del Taco's in B tier already,
Del Taco is there.
and I refuse to put it in the same tier as Del Taco.
Taco
Del
Bell.
Taco is definitely a whole tier above.
I think Taco Bell is it better than Arby's? Yeah, I think upper C tier is good.
Yeah. If you had said put Taco Bell in B tier, I would have said okay, but we're moving Del Taco up to the best.
No, yeah, that's what would
Because-
happen in that situation.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's keep going.
Taco Cabana. Never had
I
it.
have had it. I haven't.
Never had it?
Nope.
Torchy's Tacos. Never had it.
I may have had it. But there was another place that was like Torchy's Tacos, but it wasn't that. Okay.
All right.
Never had it.
Waffle
House. Okay, I've had it in West Virginia one time. I think
I've
a
never
couple
had
times.
Waffle House. Yeah.
I haven't had it a bunch. I've had it a handful of times, but as far as they go hard, like they go hard on their breakfast food. They have waffles.
The main thing I remember about Waffle House, from what I've heard, is that there's very inconsistent pricing from location to location.
Oh yeah, it's
That's like-
inconsistent.
they're known for that.
But I haven't been to enough to really say it's that amazing or anything. However, though, they do go hard on their.
It's an important place to have in a community.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it serves the look. Like we talked about Denny's. We come from areas where Denny's are more common than Waffle House.
Yeah.
Denny's serves kind of the same purpose. Denny's tries
Waffle House goes way harder than Denny's, though.
Waffle House or Denny's
Under
tries to be something that
portions
it's
and all.
not.
Yeah.
Denny's tries to be an old-fashioned 50s Americana diner. Waffle House just knows what it is, and it just does what it does.
It's very bare bones. Like,
Yeah.
look at their logo. It's the same logo they've had for ages.
Yeah.
It's
but
Waffle
they
House.
serve the same purpose of the weird breakfast place that you don't go to, you just end up at.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I haven't had it enough to really form an opinion, but I can't put it any lower than C.
that's just what I was saying there is
Yeah.
just what I've heard from people. Let's put it right up there with Denny's.
Oh, it's
just
gonna be
to
above.
appease
It's gonna
people.
be- I think
Like-
above Denny's.
Okay.
It's above Denny's for me.
We'll put it there.
But it doesn't quite reach the B
Yeah,
levels.
I've never had it, but that's what I've heard from people. Is it's like not compared to Denny's and like what they like try to do and what their menu and all that sort of stuff is.
Yeah.
But as in like the purpose it serves as a fast food place.
It serves a good purpose.
It's that place that you just end up at midnight.
yeah.
Right?
What do we got next?
Wawa.
I haven't been to a Wawa. That's a East Coast thing.
Yeah.
Wendy's. Okay.
Mm,
I think they're better than McDonald's and Burger King.
I agree.
The square patty.
They're my
It
go
may be gimmicky, but
in
it
a
works. I
town
like the
where we
square
don't
patty.
have a Carl's Jr. In and Out like this.
Wendy's
town,
is kind of like the
they're my-
lesser
they're my-
Carl's Jr.
They're my go-to burger place.
It's like the lesser Carl's Jr. I think that's a
Like-
good way to put. No, I think Wendy's got to break into B.
B
I
tier?
think it's better than it's better than McDonald's.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
better than definitely Burger King.
I just they
They got the Frosties and everything. Good
I
burgers.
like the Frosties. They're good.
Wow.
Frosties are good.
For you to like a sweet item,
I
says a
like
lot.
sweet stuff.
Just not that lot.
I just
much.
don't eat a lot of sweet stuff.
But
I don't
for you to
often-
say that though.
Well, no. Well, it's not that I don't like sweet stuff. It's just that I don't often crave sweet stuff.
right.
But if you were to hand me a sweet thing, I would eat it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I think Wendy's.
I just when I'm at the store shopping for things, I don't always go for sweet stuff.
I think Wendy's is going to be right by Five Guys. Maybe not better, but like in between Five Guys and Panera. In fact, I put Panera upper B tier.
Like,
yeah, I think just so we don't get in a fight, just put it next to Del Taco.
yeah. You know I'm gonna fight you about Del Taco. I have strong feelings about Del Taco.
Okay, so what do we got next?
Whataburger.
Whataburger. Okay. So that's the thing in the South, and that's what a lot of Texans say is better than In-N-Out. As far as the action, I saw what you did. As far as the burgers are a lot more creative and better than In-N-Out burgers, but that's really all you're getting.
I've only had Whataburger like once.
Yeah.
So,
But dude, they had this.
I'm gonna give you the overwrite
They had a barbecue.
ability here if you want to move this where I put it here.
They had a barbecue chicken tender sandwich. It was amazing. It was really bad.
Here's the thing.
Like for you, but it was amazing.
I'm an In-N-Out fanboy, so I get in arguments about In-N-Out versus Whataburger. The reality is, I don't think In-N-Out's actually that much better than Whataburger. It's just what I prefer. It's what I grew up with. I have a soft spot for In-N-Out. I don't think Whataburger's like bad. Like,
just put Whataburger above Raising Cane's, and I'll be happy.
All right.
There we go. Okay.
White Castle.
White Castle, I've had it a handful of times.
Dude,
and I know it's
definitely B
good.
tier.
It's definitely B.
No, okay. Here's the thing. The food is terrible,
Yeah.
but it deserves that spot for its significance.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I love getting
earned that spot.
I don't know if this really counts, but I like getting the White Castle sliders you can microwave at home.
Yeah, exactly. For the same reason that Little Caesars deserves the top of the C tier. The significance of the $5 pizzas for gaming night.
White Castle would usually be in C tier, but
Yeah.
it breaks into the B tier levels because of its
just earned that.
yeah.
It worked really hard and it earned that spot, I think.
No, White Castle's
I mean,
honestly
we have
pretty
Harold
good,
and
though.
Kumar went to White Castle.
Yeah.
We don't have
Movie.
Harold and Kumar went to McDonald's.
Or Little Caesars.
They went to White Castle.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
My girlfriend, a lot of her family's from Chicago, and they would probably all fight me about White Castle and be like, no, White Castle is the best. Like,
Right.
no one really believes it.
I don't think anyone believes that.
No, but people will fight about it.
All right.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Ooh, Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh man.
Oh, we've been there a handful of times, but it's definitely B tier for me.
Yeah, I haven't been there in
It's above It's above Slotchki's. It's honestly right there with Wendy's, I think, is an accurate place to put it.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a long time, but you can't go wrong with
And
it.
I'm going to put Domino's above Five Guys, though. I put Domino's by White Castle. There we go.
Yeah.
That's better.
White Castle only barely deserves to be in B tier.
Yeah.
It's the bottom of B tier no matter what. Because it's in reality it's C tier.
But Wiener Schnitzel,
yeah,
they've got the Wiener Schnitzel.
Dude, yeah.
You get that and you're good to go.
Yeah, it's self-explanatory.
It's fast German, quote unquote, food.
Quote unquote German.
Americanized.
I don't actually know the history of Wiener Schnitzel.
It's like Americanized.
But hot dogs. Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
And you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, so definitely be. What do we got next? We only got a couple more.
Wings Over.
I've never had it.
Wings Over, I think that's what it says. I can barely read
Wings
this.
Over America.
Wingstop.
Wings.
Never been there.
I seen them. Almost. I've never been to them.
I've seen commercials.
I've never been to it.
I've seen commercials. I've never been
in
there.
In fact,
either.
I'm pretty sure I went to an Olive Garden that was in the same shopping center as the Wingstop. And then Zaxby's.
Zaxby's. I've never
been there. Don't know anything about it. I think it's got its fans.
Yeah.
But there we. Oh, so wow. So according, and this is just a list we made while recording this. This can always change. Things could move around. Anything you want to move around real quick before we confirm this?
Let's see.
Anything you feel strongly about that I moved up or we moved down that you're like, that actually deserves.
I think
C is crowded.
C is a little crowded.
I think somebody's could burst out.
I think Sonic deserves to move down in the C tier. Down with Jack in the Box.
I would agree with that. That's fair.
I think
I think Church's Chicken deserves B. It deserves B tier.
Okay. Yeah.
Above White Castle, though.
Oh, right.
Because White Castle's always got to be at the bottom.
Yeah, we agreed on that, yeah.
That looks a little better. And then in the best, we got the Holy Trinity, I guess. Popeyes, Carl's Jr., and In-N-Out. Honestly,
that's a good selection of fast food places.
Now, Carl's Jr. and In-N-Out are similar to each other.
I said, I've not had Popeyes, but from what you said, and I do like that style food a lot, I think I would like it a lot.
Would you move Del Taco to the best?
I would be tempted, but
just to complete the...
Are they In-N-Out level? Probably not. I will admit that. Yeah. I refuse. The main thing is I refuse to put them on the same level as Taco Bell. That's the important part.
And then let's look down in our F tier section.
F tier, we just got Panda Express and Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Put Panda Express above Chick-fil-A, though.
Right. Yeah.
And then the don't know section. And I think the D section looks pretty accurate.
Yeah. Although I'd put Subway above Long John Silver's, maybe.
Yeah. Long John Silver's could be F. But I've not
been there enough times to really.
And see, my thing is, really I have been there enough times. I've gone back. If it was F, I don't go. Right?
Yeah, I've not been there very many times. My main thing is I've been there a few times and I've just been really not impressed. And then my confusion is that when I get people who think that they're awesome, and I'm just like, how? I just don't.
Oh, their Hush Puppies were banger. The Hush Puppies were good, but that's not enough. Yeah. It's not enough to bring it up to C, I don't think. So yeah, just go. That's our tier list. It will be posted on our Instagram.
Are there any fast food places that weren't on here that you want to give honorable mentions to? Small chains or big chains or...
I can't think of anything that wasn't on here. Do you have anything? Freddy's.
Freddy's should have been on here, yeah.
And Dunkin' Donuts, I think.
Dunkin' Donuts would be a worthy inclusion.
And even Starbucks, technically. Like the coffee fast food situations. Yeah. But I guess they're going more for,
There's a local place in Southern California, the chain called The Hat. Which would be an S or a best tier.
But it's not a big chain.
But it's not a big chain, yeah.
But it is really good.
No one outside of California knows what that is.
They make really good pastrami and shit. Yeah. Like
there's I don't remember what it's called. There's a chain. Fries. I know they're popular in Utah. I don't remember King Burger. It's King Burger. You ever had a King Burger?
I've heard of it. Never had it.
They're pretty decent. They're a good B tier, I think. They make a pastrami burger.
Nice.
It was that place is pretty decent. I know they're popular in Utah. I think they have locations in some other states too.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but there's our tier list. Be sure to save that.
Yeah.
And save it as a download. Yeah. And just get that sent to me. But anyways, that is this podcast. It went on a lot longer than I thought it would, honestly. We went on a lot of tangents there.
Yeah.
As we normally do. But we will see you next week for something special, maybe. Or something boring. It won't be boring. We won't be boring.
We're never boring.
We'll try to keep it not boring.
We're never boring.
Anyways, we will see you next week. Check out our Linktree with our Instagram at OddDrunkPod. Check us out there. Check us out in our Facebook group if you want. And leave us a review and our rating on whatever platform you use. That would be much appreciated.
Apple Podcasts or Spotify. No one's been rating on Spotify.
We've got a couple more ratings, I think.
Hit up Spotify.
But not enough to see. So far, we're at 5 stars, but not enough to really see the average.
Yeah.
But anyways, we will see you next week.
Yeah. That was a weird, outro. Let's do that again.
We will see you next week.
See you next week.
Oh.
There we go. I just ended on a weird spot.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The Odd Drunk Podcast recommends you follow their Instagram and join their Facebook group for more fun content. To visit all of our current streaming and social media platforms, visit the Linktree in the description. If you enjoy the show, we would be appreciated it if you would leave a review on Apple Podcasts. The Odd Drunk Podcast would like to remind you to drink responsibly and not to drink and drive. Okay, Colton, you can roll the outro now.